Hello, I'm meteorologist Jessica Few, and welcome to the National Weather Service weekly weather briefing for Thursday, October 17th. Before we jump into the forecast, let's look at some seasonal information. The graphic on the left shows the average first freeze dates for North and Central Georgia. You'll see that this time of year is typically when we see the first freeze for Northeast Georgia. Based on observations, though, we haven't seen our first freeze in Northeast Georgia yet, and we aren't forecasting the area to reach freezing temperatures over the next week. On the right-hand side, you'll see the earliest freeze dates for a few of our climate sites. It doesn't look like we'll be breaking any record temperatures this year in regards to the first freeze. Over the next week, we are expecting 3 rounds of rain to move across the state. However, today is the only mention of thunderstorms in our forecast. Rainfall amounts for the next 7 days will be light, with less than 1.5 inches of rain forecast across the area. A cold front is pushing into northwest Georgia and will continue to push southeast through tonight. As it does, though, the front will begin to wash out. Instability with the front is limited, with the best values across central Georgia as shown by the graphic labeled Cape. Although some instability does exist, there's only a slight chance of thunderstorms, and at best we could see a few lightning strikes across central Georgia. The front will move across northwest Georgia around noontime, across the Atlanta metro area by rush hour, and into central Georgia tonight. The main area of rain will remain along and ahead of this front, however, a few isolated showers are possible behind the boundary. Rainfall amounts with the front are not impressive. Here's a look at the total rainfall expected through tomorrow morning. Around 3/4 inch or less of rain is expected across North Georgia, and around 1/4 inch or less across central Georgia. Here's a look at the temperatures behind the cold front. Lows Friday morning will dip down into the upper 40s to lower 50s across North Georgia, and the mid-50s to lower 60s across central Georgia. The main difference in temperature will be across central Georgia on Friday with the highs in the 70s. North Georgia will generally be in the upper 60s to lower 70s. For the most part, Friday at least during the day, we'll see a break in the rain, but this won't last long, particularly for central Georgia. Another wave of rain is expected Friday night into Saturday as a wave moves through the southern stream. This will bring rain once again to the state, but the focus will remain across central Georgia. At this point, the models are indicating no instability with the system across north and central Georgia, and thus the forecast is only calling for rain. Once again, rainfall amounts will be limited to less than 1/2 inch, with the higher amounts generally across central Georgia. After Saturday, we'll get a break from the rain as we move into Sunday, and the clouds will also clear out. So Sunday looks to be the best day over the next week for outdoor activities. We won't remain dry for the remainder of the week, though, with another wave moving across the southern half of the state on Tuesday. This will once again focus the better rain chances across central Georgia. The models are picking up on some instability with this system, but are keeping it across South Georgia, or just south of our area, so only rain is expected across north and central Georgia at this time. As we move into late next week, both the ECMWF and the GFS are indicating northwest flow building into the state. So what does this mean for us? This will bring cooler air into the state and drop our high temperatures into the lower 60s across North Georgia and the mid-60s to lower 70s across central Georgia. Low temperatures have the potential to drop into the mid-30s across northeast Georgia. This is still a week away, though, so we'll have to continue to monitor any changes in the pattern. The tropics remain quiet, and the National Hurricane Center has only outlooked one area in the central Atlantic. It has a 10% chance of development over the next 5 days and is no threat to Georgia. So to summarize, 3 rounds of rain are expected over the next week, but we're not expecting any significant impacts from these events. Although there is a slight chance of thunderstorms across central Georgia this afternoon, we may only see a few lightning strikes at best. Over the next week, rainfall amounts will be light with less than 1.5 inches across the area. The better amounts will be across central Georgia given the 2 waves of rain forecast for Saturday and Tuesday. If you're looking to head outdoors, Sunday appears to be the best day for outdoor activities.